Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. So, we just we just got our new set of power armor. It's kind of empty right now. We want to add some stuff to it. In particular, I want a personal robot port. So let's go ahead and just grab that. We'll need some batteries. Let's go grab some. It's actually been, I don't know, maybe a couple hours of Factorio related time since I last posted, or well, not posted, since I last recorded, all spent looking at my spreadsheet. I started up here and I just started doing different calculations, trying to figure out ratios and that sort of thing. I have some plans. Well, maybe we'll get to them later in this part. Probably very likely we will. But interesting, are we actually going through the red and green faster than we? Yeah, because we have so much gray backed up. Let's switch back to using some blue, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe get something simple. Grenade, no, we don't even use that. I wouldn't mind personal robot port too, but that's yellow science and we don't have that. Chemplan 3s. We already have Chemplan 2s. That's not Chemplan 3s. But we could get Chemplan 3s, but those would require titanium. So never mind. That'd be the next tier of the railway. Exoskeletons? Think I am ready to get exoskeletons? I don't think I have enough power. Batteries, though. And, battery equipment. That's something that'd be useful. We already have Mark II batteries? We don't. Those are the Mark III. Where are the Mark II? Battery Mark II. Which we don't have. No, we can get that right now. Sure, let's get that. What were we doing? I got distracted. As I am wont to do, we were getting some. That probably wasn't necessary. Everything still seems to be working. I don't see where the connection is. Ah, down here, probably. Okay. Never mind. It was badly placed anyway. Okay, we were gonna get some batteries. Let's get some batteries. Excuse me, excuse me. Personal robot port. Where am I looking? There. Not enough circuit boards. Well, that's simple enough. We can just grab some right here. There we go. Should we get 2? I don't think we can run 2. Maybe we can run 2. I should get night vision 2, see if it actually changes anything. It consumes more power. And I should get portable solar panel Mark IIs. So that needs silver and glass. Is our UPS starting to flicker a little? No? Not yet? Maybe just when I'm running around? We really should get rid of all these belts at some point. What was I doing? I was going to grab some of these. I was going to grab a bit of silver. What's this, right? No, it's cobalt. There's the silver. And tin. We're having tin problems. I forgot. We should go and see what the deal is with that in a moment. Glass was the other thing we wanted. Right here. We'll just grab some. And they need a portable solar, which needs the basic. You don't make them from actual solar panels anymore in this mod. But we can just grab some of those, I think. Give me somewhere with a bunch of them. There. I can take out the ones I have. So I can make 20 more. Are these bigger? No, they're both 2x2. Anyway, we'll let that build for a while. They're slow. What exactly is the difference between them? So these provide 10 kilowatts. These provide 15. That's decent. Every little bit helps. So while I have these, I should grab some of my construction bots. What's my limit now that I have these? Robot limit 10. Yeah, so I can have 20 total. Alright. Where are my bots? They're all sitting somewhere. Here's a bunch. There. Now my bots can start complaining to me that I'm bumping into things. Blah. Let's go figure out what's going on with tin. And see what we can do about that. It's probably the gold problem that we were having last time. Whoa! Well, okay, they're finally gonna fill in this, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be mindful of my bots all this time. Especially when we don't have the panels to keep them fully charged. Looks like we're having trouble with solder too. These are all going. Oh, we screwed this up. Forgot to output. What's just been accumulating here? Yep. What do we need? Express inserters. Even faster than the stack inserters, maybe? But that wasn't what we were going for. We were going for the next tier of battery equipment. But probably we don't even need it. What about the next tier of solar panels? Did we already look that up? We might have already looked them up. Yeah, and we saw they needed titanium. That's okay. Alright, nothing else is backed up. It looks like we're having trouble with our production. We're not getting enough, what are these called? Chunks. Come on, get in. Yep. My bots are so patient with my mistakes. Are we having copper problems? A little bit, but that's okay. It's not backed up too far. We're still using copper, quite a bit of copper. Whoa, it got all dark. Oh, we ran out of power. Stupid bots, consuming all our power. Are we actually having issues with the nodules, perhaps? Come on, bots, hurry up. I mean, our nodule production, our nodule production never was sufficient. It turned out we just didn't want to bother. We moved on to bigger things before it became an issue. No, these are pretty solid. Like, we'd planned to do an entire another wing of these, and 3 more of these, 4 more of these, but laziness. Okay, what's going on here? Is it sulfuric acid? No, slurry's fine. Purified water looks good. Sludge is fine. Sludge is up. All the ores are up too. They're backed up. Must be a flotation cell issue. Ooh, I see. We have our sulfuric wastewater backing up, probably. No, because we clarify it. No, it's still giving us some troubles. Okay, we should add some clarifiers. Do we have any? No. Okay, let's go make some clarifiers. Car, come back. It's the residual products I'm telling you that are the problem. We always try to be good and keep the residuals, but we should just go ahead and let them break, let them go away. It's all coal at the end of the day. It's all coal and slag. Circuits. Claire. Looks like there's plenty of tin here. This looks like it's having problems with the carbon. Let's turn off this power plant down here. We're getting our power from up north, and the bots are typically sufficient. So I think doing this is actually somewhat harmful. Just let it end. Let it all go away. Alright. Where'd I put my car? Way over there. We should make more batteries. Oh. Come on, bot. Hurry up. Battery Mark IIs. So it's a bit more. It's 1.5 again. Batteries aren't that important, though. I mean, the personal roboports have a pretty large internal buffer. Does it even say where it is? I don't know if it says where it is. It shows the rate. It doesn't show the actual capacity. Meh. Come on, guys. Get in here. All my bots are being so good for me. They're, you know, they're being careful to go and fix all the things I bumped into over the several hours we've been playing. Yeah, all of it's all connected, right? All the sulfuric waste, so we can just grab it anywhere. And clarify. We'll bring clarity to the situation. Where did I make them? There. Purify is going strong. We just need a lot of purified. Ah, here's the problem. Wow, why are we taking sulfuric all the way over here? Oh well. So the fluoric wastewater isn't getting processed anymore because these chests are filling up. No, it seems okay. Maybe it's a pipe latency thing. Oh, it's a purified water thing. I see. Yeah, we always need more purified water. Oh, I forgot to switch this out. Well, we'll see next time. Oh, I kind of don't want to bother. Which one in particular is giving us the tin right here? Okay, and this is backed up by the copper. Our solution to all problems, we will create boxes. And smaller boxes, because we don't have as many boxes as we could do. Oops. It's a lazy way of doing it, but it'll get things moving again. Where's my car? Way back there. Okay, I think we helped a little bit by adding this clarifier. It's like going constantly, so clearly there was a problem. Are you clarifying purified water? How bizarre. Stop that. I mean, you're not generating any purified water anymore. Because we're clarifying all the... Where are you getting purified water? Overflow. Where is an overflow? It looks like this. I don't have any. There. Now I'll stop doing that. That's clarifying purified water too. Does it have a overflow? Good. And that one does too. These aren't very walkable. Okay, well eventually this will back up, and then more purify will get down the line. Let's just count that as a problem solved? I don't know. Yeah, good. Now that we fixed the carbon issue, we're getting a lot more circuits. We had some chests. By chance, are one of those chests full of tin? It wouldn't help. We have the ore. Only a little bit. Meh. Not worth bothering. Excuse me. Alright, so let's see if what kind of a difference there is at night between the two night visions. So this isn't regular night vision. This is oh, that's the same one. Upgraded night vision. Is it better? I can't really tell. Maybe it just can hold more electricity? I don't know. I mean, we have a ridiculous amount of copper. The copper ores. I guess we could store more of it. Oh well, never mind. Looks like the tin is coming again, slowly then. I don't want to bother. I don't want to bother. If it continues to be a problem, we'll check back again. What's this? That's the cement. Yeah. I can see that being a problem. We have good bricks though now, right? Yeah. Good butts. Alright, so I want to implement a plan. I have an idea, a plan. Right now, we've tested two extremes. Or multiple extremes, really. We have made this ridiculously long belt main bus that curves all over the place and tries to supply science and fails horribly. And we've also made this ridiculously interdependent bot-based network that is having a lot of latency troubles. I want to improve. I want to find a middle ground between the two. Let me just grab some supplies. So I'm going to need some of those. Not those. These are the wrong things. I grabbed the wrong ones. Okay, put those back. Mark IIs. Where were they? Mark IIs. I swear I'm going blind. There. There's some Mark IIs. Mark IIIs. They consume more. Interesting, I didn't realize that. Let me check that. 6.3 megawatts, and these consume 6.6. Okay, so just one. That's convenient. Do we have any of these? No. Are there Mark III steam engines? There are, but we can't make them yet. They need titanium. And technology we don't have. Alright. I want some of these chemical plants. More than that. Some electrolyzers. I should just grab a whole bunch. Some liquefiers, definitely. The tier 3 ones. Really, they don't need to be tier 3, but might as well go with the best. Where are we making the... Well, we need some of these too. The algae farms. We'll grab us some more of those. And these. I've got those. I need these. I think that's it. As I start stealing stuff, this place gets all busy. I want steel furnaces and overflow valves. Check valve, overflow. All right, so that needs titanium, which we don't have, so it's not that much. I'm not gonna care about that much. Should we get nitrogen processing? Tungsten processing, maybe. Batteries? Sure. We'll need it all eventually. I need a thing that's not here, I think. We don't have many spaces left. So I want advanced chemical 2s. I probably should just make space over here. Or I can't make 2s. This advanced chemicals, sure. And gas refinery? I don't think I need a gas refinery. I need flare stacks though. I need to pick them up. I think that's it. No worry, this is all part of the plan. Oh, I need some hydroplants, too. Also, I mean. Although by chance, I will also get hydroplant 2s. Not a lot of them, though. Just 2 or just a few of them. This isn't working the way I want it to. Because those are regular hydroplants. There. And clarifiers, which I remember are right here. Where are we making the yellow one of these? I know we have them. I just don't see them anywhere. Maybe we're not making them. I just have to handcraft a few of them now and then. Really? What was I saying we handcraft? God, that was a quick distraction. I was saying we don't have enough of these, so we're gonna handcraft a few. Sure. Why isn't this going? It needs more circuits. Come on, give me one more. There you go. Oh, here's where we're making them. God. Sometimes I swear. But I shouldn't, so I apologize. I don't know if I need these. Can't hurt to take a few. Alright. Oh, I need some of these. No, I don't need those right now. I don't think. Okay, let's go and implement the plan. So I want to find... Okay. Of everything I've done since we switched over to bots, this little bit here, this coal generating plant is the thing I like best. Everything else is a trade-off. And even then, this isn't great because it doesn't stand on its own. I want to take this concept and expand it. Make it instead of having a bunch of little things like this, a little cell that produces all of one thing, and this has an input by bots and output by bots. I want to create little bigger cells that incorporate several different elements like this, where we have a bunch of direct inserting from one thing to another that takes one product and produces a second product. And finding the right balance in size is tricky, but I think we can do better than this. I want to expand on it. So let's start out with this. And this goes somewhere quiet. I want to get away from all my bots. I just want to just do this, figure out the plan alone. Here, car. Alright. We'll move this around later. I just want to figure out how to do it first. So, start out with one of these cells. We don't have liquefier 2s. We can fix that by getting liquefier 3s. Unnecessary in this case, but that's okay. In fact, all of these are unnecessary. We're not producing anything anywhere near enough to need the higher tier assembling machines or liquefiers. These are making cellulose. Okay. Battery equipment. Okay, I want to get rid of this whole bit here, where we are dependent on bots to bring us stuff. Instead, I want to create a little facility right here or hereabouts that'll provide each of those things sufficient so that this can be self-sufficient. Except I'll need one coke just to get started, like always. Okay, so I worked this out. Pull this up. So, starting with this little facility, that's gonna have, where is it begin? Yeah, right there. Starting with this 4 farms, we're gonna need 30 CO2 and 30 mineralized water to support those 4 farms. And to support that, to get the mineralized, we're gonna need 2 electrolyzers feeding one ore crusher, feeding 1 liquefier. So I didn't grab the flare stacks. I knew I forgot something. That's the way it always is, you know. Let's get rid of that. We'll pick up the flare stacks after. So electrolyzers 2s. I'll put them on top. Okay, and it's gonna be one of these separated by well, I think about this. It's gonna be an ore crusher 2. Well, what's the liquefier need? The liquefier does need regular water, I think? To make mineralized? Or just need purified water? I might not have planned this out as well as I could have. Just regular water, okay. This isn't a good place to insert it. Let's put this down here instead. So right here, that's CO2. Meh, we can go under. We'll put it right here. So you are making mineralized water, and you need a ore crusher Mark II to supply you. That isn't going to work very well. Maybe move this. So it's like this. I like that. Ore crusher 2, right there. It probably only needs to be 1. Okay, and this is going to be creating crushed stone from slag. And we're going to get the slag from electrolyzers. Electrolyzer there. Should I do it that way? Maybe I should do it this way. I like that better. Yeah, right there. So that these pipes don't interfere. They're still going to interfere. Okay, let's out one further. Actually, those are too close. So anyway, like that will not interfere. That's fine. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So like that. These are generating slag. And we don't have flares right now. I forget, we might have already had some. We didn't pick any up. No, we didn't bring any with us. But we're going to flare this, and we're going to save some of the oxygen, but for now this is okay. So water will arrive like this. Like this. That's a little messy. Let's change that. We'll make it like this, and then we'll double that up. Okay, and then the mineralized will enter like this. This little bit here is blank, which is a little annoying. Maybe I can fix that. Kind of these pipes are in the way. We can fix this. Let's see, we can put this right like that. Producing carbon. Not carbon. Producing CO2. From coal. Which we'll request. Alright. And then we'll have to be careful when we're using, we'll have to circuit it up so that whenever the rest of the coal goes, this is always provided first. Well, that's always provided first, but then this. Okay, this is gonna work. We haven't flared this away yet, but we're close. So that's the carbon and mineralized. And what I worked out, it's a little offset. I kind of would like it if it were right next to it. But this is offset, so we're kind of stuck with it. Do I care? Not really. We'll put a roboport right here. That will give it some balance. Yeah, I like it. That puts the roboport right between the, well, meh. Okay, so that's the first start. So from what I can figure out, doing all that is a self-sufficient product. All it needs is water. Otherwise, it's going to just continually produce coal, and it's going to produce it at the rate of, what am I looking for? It's going to create a rate of 0.88 coal per second. It takes into account, so it's going to require 0.6 coal to keep the carbon dioxide flowing, and it's going to be producing it's going to be producing a bit more than 1.48, 1.5 coal from the wood bricks that the 4 farms produce, but we lose 1/75th of it, or I don't know what the actual ratio is, but that's what it looked like when I just gave it 1 coal and I waited for it to run out. It's going to produce 1/75th of it is going to be used to power this furnace. We could make we could still make some gains here if we were to switch this out for a electric furnace, probably. But this is fine. It's just 0.02 of a coal. Not that big of a problem. Okay, so that gives us the 0.88 coal, and that can be used for a lot of things. Like this could, I was like looking at different things I could get it for, and I think the 2 obvious ones are sulfuric acid and methane, and benzene, of course. If we don't, not sulfuric acid, the actual the sulfur is the obvious ones. But it could be produced. It could create more carbon dioxide if we have another unit that needs it. It could be producing carbon monoxide. Let's look at things it can do. Coal. So it can create lots of things. It can be used as filters even. This is the main recipe I'm thinking I'm going to be using. It's going to be creating coke, hydrogen sulfide, and methane, and we're going to flare away the methane and benzene if we don't need it, or the benzene and hydrogen sulfide if we don't need the sulfur. What else will we use it for? We could do it for more different types of coal. So we could use 1 coal to make steam, and we have oxygen from these electrolyzers to produce the other types of oil. And this coal here. we can use coal to produce sulfur, and use coal to, well, we can't really generate purified water, but we could use purified water from these things, from electrolyzers, make explosives. We can create naphtha. Oh no, we can't. Well, we could turn naphtha into more naphtha and fuel oil. What's fuel oil? I don't know what that is. It doesn't have a use according to this FEE thing. But anyway, oh, here's another one. We can create naphtha. Well, eventually we'll be able to create naphtha. I'm thinking that this little cell is extremely versatile. We can use it for many things, and it's completely separated away from the rest of our base. It has no other dependencies. It'll just keep on generating coal as much as it needs to at that rate of a bit less than 1 a second. As long as we flare away the excess product. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. Well, okay, wait a minute. There. Now it works. I'm gonna stop geeking out over it and saying what I want. Well, first of all, let's grab a picture. And that's one for the book, I think. Get rid of this. Not that one. In fact, this isn't even a good one anymore. We already decided we're going to do something different with that. But yeah, this little cell, I'm going to be using it all over the place, I think. Anyway, so the most obvious thing to do is to get sulfur. And, well, I suppose the most obvious thing to do would just be to burn the coal and use it to get power, which I could do also. But I want to get sulfur. So the way to get sulfur from it is to hook it up to an advanced chemistry unit and split it into hydrogen sulfide, methane, and coke, then flare away the methane and process the hydrogen sulfide into sulfur. And then we can use the coke to power something. I tried to see if you could do solid fuel. You can. You don't have enough methane to turn all of the coke into solid fuel. So I kind of don't want to bother. I want to just burn the coke as coke pellets. But yeah, let's figure out what we're gonna do to get the sulfur going. So we're spitting out a bunch of coke, and it's all going to end up in this box. So we need to request it. What is the recipe for sulfur? Hydrogen sulfur. Okay. Yeah, it needs oxygen, so we'll have to borrow some oxygen from there. But we're producing more than enough. The hydrogen sulfide gas we'll get from just one of these, right? Yeah. Well, far less than one of these. It would need, well, half of these. 2 of these could power one advanced chemistry plant. So that's something I could do. I could just double this up and have both of them be powering a single one of these. But let's just get this going. Where's my advanced? There. Okay, and you are going to be doing the first one. I never even looked at the other two, really. I mean, I guess we could do this also, or have hydrogen nearby. It would require inputs, but we could do this without inputs. This would also be independent. And we can generate oxygen at need without these, using just the air filters. Okay, so we'll need a input. And this is where we said we need to circuit it up. I don't think I brought green wire, so we'll have to go get some. Oh well. These two we're just gonna flare away, so they won't exit here. The coke we're gonna keep, so maybe we should turn it that way. I like that. So the coke is going to get turned into pellets. You know, I should put this on top because it's going to need water. So let's plan this backwards. So we're going to have a boiler right like thereabouts. Let's plan it even further backwards. We're going to have steam engines. Which look like... I keep going to the electrolyzer, but no, it's these. No, this could cause problems. We'll have to run another line of water. Let's start, not the gas refinery, the advanced chemical plant. Well, what needs the oxygen? I know there's part of it that needs the oxygen. It's processing the hydrogen sulfide. Okay. So processing that occurs in a chemical plant. Let's deal with that first. So chemical plant. This is so like an art, not a right. There's no clear way to do it. You're gonna be making. What are you making? Sulfur. No, sulfur is a byproduct of what you're making. You're making sulfur from hydrogen sulfide. Okay. It's just one, right? It's actually only a sixth of one. I never realized that how well that pipe flows in. Usually I always have Alt pressed so I can see the input, but no, it flows right in. Good deal. Okay, then the hydrogen well, and then there's going to be an output right there. How about you're going to fill up a bunch of sulfur? Well, no, we can do that. Fill up a bunch of sulfur. Okay, then we're going to produce that from an advanced chemical plant. We'll leave some space. And these two will be flared away. And this will need the coke. Not the coke, the coal. That's fine. And it's going to produce coke, which we will spend on pellets. We're kind of going off the edge, so it's making our cell look ugly, but that's okay. Which will feed right into a furnace. And that's where we'll need the water. So... And I guess we could tilt these. That might be easiest. And we'll have to flare because we're not. If we don't use the power, it can give us problems. So we'll have a check valve, an inserter valve, the other type of valve, the overflow valve, and flare it off if we need to. There. Alright, I like it. So we'll have to get started with things. So you will need, do I have any coal on me? I don't. Frustration. I have carbon. But we'll have to go grab some coal and throw it in. Well, this can get started with carbon. Wow, that was fast. Did it not work? It only generated a little bit of power. Where'd all the steam I just spent go? Oh, it was trying to charge this up. I see. Yeah. Okay, well. Let's go. I wasn't expecting that much drain from a little tiny bit of coke. How is that doing? That's fine. Okay, this is gonna need some logistic bots because it does require some inputs. Why do we have so many bots here? I guess because this is where the purified water goes. Okay, we should have a ton of coal here because that's the virtue of what I'm doing. I need to go up higher. Oh wait, we needed to get some green wire too. Let's do that. Oh, that was a mistake. Up, up. Did I need a clarifier for some reason? I don't think so. Yeah, at one point I was thinking we would do it by making sulfuric wastewater, by cleaning the coal before feeding it in, but that wasn't necessary. So, yeah. Well, okay, I should have just thrown that in there. And as long as it can go once, which it will be able to do eventually, they'll produce enough coke to sustain the reaction. There. Well, until it runs out. And you need some coal too. These are not going yet because we screwed up our power. Out of power again. It should be, well, I don't know if it's going to be self-sustaining, actually. I don't think this is going to generate enough power to keep this going indefinitely. I didn't really plan on it. I wanted just to help out with the power. I just want to watch it cycle. So we have not all of these going yet. We're not doing enough of these. Why not? Oh, because we don't. Yeah, we forgot the flares. I forgot them. Let's go and get flares. But yeah, this isn't about these powering the rest of that. It's about just adding some microgeneration to get rid of the excess coke. I suppose I could wrap the whole thing in solar panels and have the same effect. Where are my flare stacks? There. So we can flare away all of the hydrogen, but only the excess oxygen. Nah, this part's getting ugly. Can I maybe put that there? I can't really see it very well. No, that's not going to work. Oh well, we'll just have to accept that's going to look a little ugly. We could make it look even at least. Where am I? There. Why isn't this going? Needs more hydrogen gas. Okay. Right now, because we haven't actually put the bots in. We shouldn't need a lot of bots. There's not much the bots are actually doing except for moving coal around. Alright, and we want to change the circuits so that we don't ever put anything. We don't actually take any of the coal from here until unless coal is greater than 50. So unless we have all the carbon we need, all the carbon dioxide we need, we will not crack any of this coal. Alright, we need to flare this off too. I'm actually surprised this is still going. I think it's... I'm not sure. Is this sufficient? Without other inputs? I don't know. It seems like we've got a lot... Oh yeah, we were saying we're gonna have to flare off the steam. Maybe that's a good indicator that we no, we're not having to flare off the steam. Well, we will have to flare off the steam. But yeah, if we're flaring off steam, does that mean we need more steam engines? I thought I was always 2 for 1. Okay, it's still not hit load yet, but that's production. Consumption has been stuck for a long time. Like in the past minute, it's pretty stable. Nice, so this actually is generating excess power too. Because we are slowly flaring away. Interesting, we can't flare away steam. Okay, never mind. We'll have to cool steam. And then clarify it, which is stupid, but... let's swap these. Yeah, I remember having that trouble before, where you couldn't flare away steam. You think you could just, you know, let it go up into the atmosphere? I mean, you don't need steam to power something in order to let it escape. Then clarifier. We grabbed them. Let's move this so it's a little different. Where is it? There. But I guess that's another thing. This generates its own purified water if we need it. Kind of inefficiently from steam. I mean, we could always... No. Well, we could always just generate purified water by combining the oxygen and hydrogen, too. How much power does this consume? Not much. Only 30 kilowatts per run. Oh. Well, I am surprised that it seems to be sustaining itself. That's a shock to me. It looks like whenever the roboports occasionally spike, but most of the time we are producing more than we need. Shocking. Maybe I should add a little tank here so that we can... No. Okay, and is this slowly accumulating ridiculous amounts of coal? No, it isn't. It's slowly accumulating ridiculous amounts of sulfur. Well, a small amount of sulfur. Let me look at that. I calculated that. So, we are producing 0.44 sulfur a second. This entire little thing here. Its output is half a sulfur a second. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. I like the idea of these little cells that just work internally, and then you can just do whatever you want with their output. Anyway, we're over an hour, so I'm going to take a break here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack.